Using a Wi-Fi router guard EMF protection cover. The best router cover to buy. Using a Wi-Fi router guard for EMF protection is a smart idea. EMF radiation surrounds us everywhere we go, whether it's at home, work, or out in public. There are numerous studies that indicate exposure to EMF radiation is harmful. Besides the immediate effects on your body, the biggest unknown at this point is what the possible harmful cumulative effects are over time. We love our technological devices and many of us are addicted to them. With these beloved devices comes the risk of exposure to EMF radiation. Unless you plan to live in a cave in the middle of nowhere, your only option is to try and reduce your exposure to EMF radiation since you simply will not be able to eliminate it entirely. Wi-Fi pretty much blankets your entire house constantly. Wi-Fi is one of the biggest threats when it comes to EMF radiation. You are exposed all day, every day. Wi-Fi radiation explained. Routers send out a constant signal in order to maintain a connection with your devices. Routers emit an EMF known as radio frequency radiation. Wi-Fi radiation is thought to cause numerous health problems, and some of these problems can be severe in certain individuals. Health conditions such as itching, headaches, confusion, certain types of cancer, and a whole lot more have been experienced from EMF exposure. Reducing your risk of health issues from exposure to Wi-Fi radiation is definitely possible. Probably the best way is to use a Wi-Fi router guard, which will reduce radiation levels while still allowing you to connect your devices to the internet wirelessly. What is a Wi-Fi router guard? A Wi-Fi router guard functions similarly to a Faraday cage. It is a metallic mesh box you put your router into. The radiation is distributed through the metallic mesh, which acts like a conductor, preventing the radiation from getting to you. Once you put your router inside the Wi-Fi router cage and close the cover, the EMF emissions are reduced by as much as 99%. If your router is placed near the area of your home where you spend a lot of your time, then a Wi-Fi router guard can be particularly beneficial. As part of your EMF protection plan, installing a router cover is a quick and easy solution for reducing the overall levels of EMF in your home. Router guard choices. In order to add EMF protection to your router, there are 4 main options: cages, bags, you can build your own, or there's a cheap non-tech choice. Prices for router covers vary a lot depending on size and features. Cage covers. The Smart Meter Router Guard. This cover is a type of Faraday cage that blocks 95% of EMF emissions from your router. It comes in sizes small and large, but the small will work for most modems. The Faraday Defense Router Shield. This cover is also a type of Faraday cage, and it is a heavy-duty one. The company says their router shield provides 99.9% reduction in EMF radiation. Bag covers. The Signal Tamer. Simply slip this mesh bag over your router and it functions just like a router guard. The Signal Tamer will fit most routers with its large size of 10 inches by 16 inches. While it provides 90 to 95% signal reduction, it will also decrease the Wi-Fi signal range, with the best signal being within about 20 feet of the router. Build your own cover. This may sound like a crazy option, but if you're handy and know how to weld, it is fairly easy to make a router guard cover with some metal mesh, solder, and metal cutting tools. Non-tech cover. Here is your cheapest option, and it's a lot easier than welding up your own cover. You know those little metal mesh garbage cans you see in office supply stores? A mesh trash can will work as a router cover as well. If your router is in a location that doesn't show, this can be a cost-effective option. The level of EMF reduction from a metal mesh trash can can be measured with a quality EMF meter. Router guard alternatives. 1. Relocate your router. The farther away from the router you are, the better. Moving your router to a location in your home that is as far from people as possible will reduce the amount of Wi-Fi radiation absorbed. 2. Switch your router off nightly. This may sound like a major inconvenience, but most routers can be set to automatically turn off and on at specified times. Consult your owner's manual or internet service provider for instructions. Wi-Fi emission exposure is a 24/7 event. Turning off the Wi-Fi at night will greatly reduce the risks associated with Wi-Fi radiation. 3. Hardwire your router. Doing away with Wi-Fi completely would be a radical solution for most people, but hardwiring your router and running Ethernet cables throughout your home is the best way to reduce EMF radiation from Wi-Fi. It is nearly impossible to escape Wi-Fi radiation. Wi-Fi is everywhere, and we want it to be readily available, but it is also extremely important to protect ourselves from potential health problems by doing what we can to minimize Wi-Fi radiation exposure. For more info about EMF protection, including reviews of cell phone cases, smart meter covers, EMF detectors, and a whole lot more, please visit us at emf911.com.